Hey, what up everyone, Michael Lawrence here. It's been a little bit since my last video, but I hope all of you had an awesome 4th of July weekend. I know I did. I went to a barbecue, and then this weekend I went to my niece's first birthday. I am so happy to be a proud gunkle. My cousin blew her birthday party out of the park. It was an amazing unicorn themed birthday party. I had so much fun. I'm so proud of her. Single mom out here doing it right, and I love her for it. I won't be able to post any pictures about that on my Twitter or anything because she's still in the process of adopting her daughter, so I'm not allowed to post any pictures of her and stuff. Not that I don't think I would post pictures of my niece on my Twitter anyway, but on my personal Facebook and stuff I would have, but not on the Twitter. People have been asking me and suggesting me to do reactions to the struggle videos, and I had always planned on doing them, but I wanted to do it just in one chunk because I know that her videos are going to be very monotonous and rambling and just annoying, so I was like, I just want to do it all at one time and cut the clips and only get the things that I think are important or kind of at all controversial about her videos. I wanted to start off by saying that I've been getting a lot, even from good old Amberlynn. I'll even throw up the tweet. She accused Zach and myself. If you don't know Zach, I'm talking about Zachary Michael. I don't know if he likes to go by Zach or what. I don't know. I'll call him Zachary. He goes by Zachary Michael. She accused us of using her name to get views. Well, my response to that, and I even responded to the person who tweeted that to me about it, because I can't see her anymore because I got blocked ever since the cook-off challenge. My response to that is, yes, I exploit your name for views. I've never not said I didn't do that. If I use someone's name in my video, I'm by definition exploiting them for views. I mean, exploiting could go bad, it could go good, it just is what it is. It's the name of the game, right? This is YouTube we're talking about. I've never said that I was above anything or below anything. I wear a fucking petty patch. But I would like to point out that while my exploitation of her name and her videos may be used to get some views or whatever, at least I am not slowly and systematically committing suicide on camera for views, so I can go to Cheesecake Factory 3 times a week, or go to the Mexican restaurant twice a day, or drive through Baskin Robbins. Okay? So yes, what I'm doing considered morally or ethically wrong or whatever? Like, maybe to some, but what she's actually doing is killing herself for views. So I'm not gonna feel bad. Sorry. And if someone thought I was gonna feel bad about it, I mean, do I feel bad for her on a human level, like knowing that she's probably suffering? Yeah, but she's also done some really heinous and awful shit. I am able to separate her fatness from her horrible human characteristics. So, I mean, that's just how it is, right? But anyway, so now let's get into the Struggle is Real series. I don't know who she thinks she is. Apparently now she's Shane Dawson, and she's doing series now. I have a feeling that she did all this in one day, just changed her shirts throughout the day, and this is all because she was going on her Pride vacation, which I have seen because I watched some of Eric's videos, and all they've done is go out to eat. So I don't know what the Pride was. I don't know. Pride in Kentucky must be real boring if all you're going to do is go to P.F. Chang's, Cheesecake Factory, and Panera every day. So I don't really know. That's a very different Pride from where I'm from. But anyway, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hey guys! Okay, so this is a 3-part series that I wanted to do, struggles being me. So this is my first series ever. I don't know how this is gonna pan out or how it's gonna go, but what this is I'm going to be talking about 10 struggles per video. So there's 3 parts. There's gonna be 30 struggles that I experience as being a morbid, obese person. I wanted to make this is because I wanted people to see what I experience, because there's so many different types of stereotypes for people my size, and I just want to share with you which ones are true for me. But anyways, this is just me being vulnerable, and let's just get into the first part series of the series. What?
Now, when I first started watching these videos, the first thing I immediately thought was, wow, she's gonna really exploit her situation for more views. But I mean, I shouldn't be that surprised because that's essentially every video she makes. The thing that really got me, I think, though, was the amount of giddiness and like almost like she's almost like she's getting off on the fact that like she's going to like exploit her situation to get more money so she can like go and buy more useless shit from Walmart and hit up Yamamoto's or whatever that fucking Japanese place she goes to all the time. Now, if it were me and I was gonna do like a real sit down video and really talk about like the trials and tribulations that I may endure because of something, I don't think I would be happy about it. I understand there's things such as nervous laughter, and she could very well be nervous, but I don't think that's the case because Amberlynn is incredibly she's not self-aware enough, I think, to be nervous, and I don't think she has enough empathy or enough like I don't think she feels enough to actually be able to like experience what it's like to be embarrassed, because let's be real, like she films herself on scooters at Walmart and so forth, and you know, she just constantly there's no shame in her game. So I just right away when I saw these videos, I was immediately triggered because I was like, she's literally going to run down the list of every stereotype that there is about being a fat person and claim to have every single one of them. And that does nothing for fat people. It's not empowering. It's not inspirational. It's none of the above. So this is just purely her trying to make easy, fast money.
Okay, so number one is back pain. That's kind of like an obvious one. I suffer from really bad lower back pain. I have been to a chiropractor. This was years ago, and he did tell me that I have a bulged / slipped disc, and that sometimes my spine can get swollen. This word is hard for me to pronounce, but I also experience hip bursitis. I am bad at pronouncing that word. So I know it's because my stomach is really big, and I also have a really, really big butt. So there is a divot like near my bulged / slip disc. So when I am standing, even for just like 2 minutes, I am in excruciating pain.
Okay, so the first thing she's going to talk about is her back pain. Shocker. I'm not surprised that she suffers from back pain. She does talk about her hip bursitis or whatever. Bursitis is a real thing. And for some of you who don't know, like wherever we have joints, usually we have things called bursa or bursae, plural. And they're just like little fluid-filled sacs, and they can become inflamed when our joints are under stress or they're damaged and so forth. I actually suffer from that in my left knee. In my gym vlog, I kind of talk about the Auschwitz that I suffer from. I just have a lot of knee damage. Like that's just my knee's fucked, and I've been told that I will have to get a knee replacement before I'm 40, and being overweight expedited that, I'm sure, greatly. So I don't really know what kind of damage I've done to it as of yet, because I haven't been able to get an MRI of my knee yet. I have to go through all the approval process for that, which is fucking annoying. If you know anything about healthcare in America, you know that you have to go through tons and tons of approvals and other tests before you can get the MRI or whatever test you're trying to get done, because they cost a lot of money. Now, she talks about going and seeing a chiropractor and how she was diagnosed with a bulged disc or herniated disc or blah, blah, blah. I mean, I personally don't think that a chiropractor with someone her size could accurately diagnose someone like that, because I think that she would need to go through a CAT scan machine or an MRI machine to really know if she has a herniated or bulged disc. And let's be real, I don't think she could fit in one of those machines. I don't think she could sit in the tube. She's way too round. The thing that gets me is from the existence of her channel, right? We've been hearing about her bad back. That hasn't deterred her at all from gaining weight. Like, it hasn't deterred her at all. And that's going to be the common theme, and I'm probably going to say this over and over again throughout the video, is she's going to talk about these struggles that she deals with, but she does nothing to change it. She does nothing to help it, nothing to fix it. She in fact, she exacerbates it. She makes it worse by continuing to eat more and continuing to put on weight. So it's hard for me to like really feel bad for her in a sense, because this is all self-inflicted. It's all self-inflicted.
4 is lack of cute clothing. I will say I try my hardest to find cute clothing, but I feel like I can't do I hear this a lot from people that are bigger. They can't express themselves with their own raw, true style like they would if they were smaller. And I completely experienced the same thing. I feel like I don't really know who I am. Am I girly? Am I more darker? Am I chic? Am I hipster? Am I like an old woman? Like, I don't know my style, because if I find something that fits for me, I take it and I run, girl, because it's hard. And sometimes I'll like find something that fits me and I'm like, I want one in every size, every freaking design, just give it to me. Because it's hard to find cute clothes that fit me.
Okay, first of all, I want to say Amberlynn has trash style. Okay, I don't think she could hit fashion if it was right in front of her, right? She's incredibly illiterate, incredibly not with or on a trend ever, right? She's tacky as fuck. Everything she gets is tacky, from her journals to her chokers. Like, everything is tacky and cheap. So I honestly don't think I honestly think that if she was at a normal weight, she would still look tacky and still be tacky. So I don't really understand this whole like, oh, it's hard for me to find clothes that make me look nice because it's all old granny, it's all da-da-da-da-da, it's all this stuff. Now, I can understand to a certain degree that once upon a time, maybe if you were obese or bordering on morbid obesity, or, you know, just a little bit more than obese, like, it was hard to find clothes to fit. But the truth is that obesity is an epidemic around the globe. And so fashion designers and people understand now that there are bigger people and not everyone is skinny. So it is a lot easier to find things that are trendier or nicer. You just have to fucking look, right? And I think that, judging by Amberlynn, she only goes to Walmart. So I don't think you're gonna find the trendiest shit at Walmart. If you go online and find things, you can find things all over the place. But I don't think her weight has impacted or impeded her ability to find her style. I think that that's all bullshit. And you also shouldn't be expecting accommodations because you're 520 pounds at 5'2". Like, that's ridiculous. What are they gonna do, wrap a sheet around you? Like, that's where we're getting, right? That's the point we're getting at now. You don't resemble a normal body type anymore. And I'm not body shaming her or whatever, but the truth is that, like, how would you make a garment that fit her body and made it look decent, right? There's no way you can cut a piece of fabric or cut a skirt or cut a dress or cut anything that's gonna flatter her figure. That's just the truth.
5 is needing an expensive scale. So because I'm so much bigger, I can't just go into Walmart or like TJ Maxx and be like, okay, I need to buy me a scale. No, because most of those only go up to like 260 pounds. Some of them go up to like 3 something. That's pathetic. Like, that is so pathetic. The scale that I have now is over $300. I did wait until it went on sale, so I did buy it for around $160. That's freaking ridiculous. I am currently using a scale that they use at like car shops to measure car parts. Like, no.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say, it's fucking crazy to me that she is using a scale that mechanics use to weigh car parts. Like, that is fucking crazy. Second of all, I want to say, either this bitch does not know how to Google properly or go on Amazon properly. You can find scales that are cheaper that will weigh that weigh more than 400 pounds. I know this because I have a scale that does that. I bought It's amazing. It's amazing what we can do with science. It's amazing what we can do with weights, right? So I bought one of those old-fashioned white scales with the the sliders on the top. It's just it's all weighted. It's like weighted at the bottom. What they have are these nice little things. They're like these 25-pound counterweights, and they say, put this between the 25 and 35-pound marker. You put it in there. You find your weight, and they give you a chart that says if your scale reads this, then this is what you weigh, and it's really fucking accurate. When I was over 400 pounds or whatever, when that scale would not go, because I think that scale goes to 400 pounds. When that scale would not go past 400 pounds, and I would use those counterweights, and then I would go into the doctor's office and get weighed by their super expensive elaborate machine or whatever, where it like takes your BMI and all that crazy shit. It was off by maybe 1 pound or 2 pounds. It was very fucking close. So obviously, if you look hard enough, there's scales out there that will weigh you that aren't mechanic scales. But Amberlynn's fucking lazy, and she wants to probably. It's almost like she wants to brag that she has to be weighed by like car scales. Like, that's what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like she did this because this was the only way she was going to go about weighing herself. It felt more of like a brag, like, haha, I have to weigh myself on a car scale because I'm so fucking fat. Like,
number 6 is housework is hard. You know, things like mopping because it hurts my back. Doing the dishes is horrid on my back. That is like the number one most painful thing I can do is wash dishes. I literally am like my second dish in, and I am just crippling in pain. It hurts so freaking bad. Just regular house chores, you know, cleaning out the litter box hurts my back. Just everything makes me so like tired, but that's another struggle that we're gonna talk about. But everything is just kind of painful and makes me breathe really hard, and I feel like I just can't get any job done without feeling like I'm an absolute whale.
Well, first of all, if you're going to use the word crippling, use it correctly. If you're going to use it as an adjective, use it as an adjective. You weren't crippling in pain, you were in crippling pain. Crippling in pain, what are you, like throwing up gang signs while you're holding your back or something? I don't fucking understand that. Second of all, I think this just only reinforces the idea that everyone takes care of her. Like, everyone takes care of Amberlynn. She has multiple caretakers at this point. She can't do anything for herself. She can't wash her own laundry. She can't clean her own dishes. She can't wash her own floor. She can't feed her own dog. She can't clean her own litter boxes. Like, everyone is doing for Amberlynn. Amberlynn is rarely doing for others. I think that this is just another excuse as to why she can't do anything. I think what she should do is she should fight through the pain a little bit more. I think if it hurts to mop the floor after 5 minutes, then you stop and you take a 10-minute break or a 15-minute break, and then you get back to it. You don't just allow everyone else in the house to carry your weight or pick up your slack, right? Because, you know, every 15 minutes you get up and you do a little bit of work, and then you sit back down. That'll increase your stamina. It'll burn some calories. It'll make your core muscles stronger so you can actually do more things. Instead of throwing your hands and be like, well, I can't do it, it hurts. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't help anyone. It only increases your morbid obesity. It's only going to increase the rate at which you're going to gain weight because you're not getting up and doing for yourself. You're just having others constantly do for you. And that's A, unfair, and B, lazy.
I went to the gym a couple months ago, and I was like, yes, let's do this. I'm so freaking excited because I remembered how I used to feel at the gym. I used to feel so good. I love the elliptical. The elliptical is my jam. So first thing I do is I got on the treadmill, and I turned it on, and I was trying to walk, and it wouldn't move. I was too heavy. The little you know, the thing that moves, the belt or whatever, it wouldn't move. I was too heavy, and I was like, are you serious? This is so embarrassing. Like, I was so embarrassed. So I was looking around, and I found some bigger treadmills. So I went and got on those, and they worked, but it was just kind of pathetic that I couldn't, you know, use the treadmill that I wanted to go on from the begin with. So I ended up going on the treadmill for, you know, it was probably like 8 minutes. And then I went to go to the elliptical, which I was super excited for. So I got on the elliptical and I pressed play, and every single time I'd start moving, it was like flashing. It was like pause, 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 and it was because I was too big. I literally was like breaking the machine, I feel like. So that's one of the reasons why I'm currently not going to the gym, because it's embarrassing. It's like,
okay, the gym thing is really fucking sad. So Becky even begged her pretty much not to get this gym membership because Becky knew that Amber and her were never gonna go. Shocker. The whole the treadmill doesn't work, like, I mean, I believe that. I don't think that treadmills are built for 500-pound people to get on them. I don't think elliptical machines are built for 500 people to get on them. But there's plenty of other things at the gym that you could do. You could just do, like, sit-down get-ups, or, like, maybe just get a step and just fucking do, like, 10 steps on each fucking side. Or, do some fucking weightlifting, like, build some muscle, get your muscles like starting to go so you can burn some more calories, because that's how you burn more calories, right? Is you lift weights, you do the machines, you do the free weights, you build up your stamina, you build up your core, because your muscles rebuilding themselves is going to burn calories, right? So that's how you burn more calories throughout the day. The cardio is going to give you that initial calorie burn, but the muscle burning is what's going to actually keep you to burning fat more consistently throughout the day. But instead she's like, well, I can't go on the treadmill, so I guess I'm just not gonna go. Like, it's crazy I mean, it's not crazy to me that she gives up so consistently. That's like giving up, lying, and eating are the three constants in Amberlynn world. But it's sad that because she talks about all these fans, and I'm like, where are all these fans that are motivating her to go to the gym? Where are all these fans that are motivating her to not go to Cheesecake Factory? Where are all these people? Is it because anyone that says maybe you shouldn't do that is deemed categorically into hater world, and you don't want to hear it? Like, I don't understand. Are these people encouraging you to not go to the gym? I'm confused.
There is a bike that I want if I ever get to the weight that I need to be at, and it just sucks because it's like little things like that I feel like people take for granted, and it's like I can't even do simple things like that, and it just sucks. And I feel like I'm kind of like living in a cage, and like I can't do anything. And people always wonder, why does Amberlynn go out to eat all the time? Why is that the only thing she does? And why does she go to the movies? It's because that's all I can do right now. Number 9.
This whole scene, oh my god, this scene pissed me the fuck off. Okay, so she's talking about how she wants a fucking bike, but she can't get it because she's too big to get on a bike. She'd have to get like a really specialized bike at this point, like a 4 quad-wheeler bike, I don't know, with like thick-ass tires. But she's like, people take for granted their ability to get a bike and it just fit, and you can just go and do whatever you want whenever you want. People just take it for granted. You know what, Amberlynn? You take for granted the fact that you live in America and you have access to food and clean water. Like, you take for granted the fact that, like, you can get fat and not get on a bike and not fit into clothes. I mean, what a luxury it must be to, like, be able to become morbidly obese and then sit on YouTube and make money because you're morbidly obese and profit off of it, and then complain that, like, the world wasn't made for you. Like, are you kidding me? Are you she doesn't understand the amount of privilege that she has, and it bothers me to no end. Like, she, honest to God, thinks that, like, she's this most downtrodden, poor, ragged orphan that ever existed, and that, however, that enables her to, like, have any kind of, like, ability to complain about the most mundane and dumb shit that, like, she takes for granted. Not other people. Other people don't take for granted the fact they can get on a bike and ride it. Most people don't really think about that. But, like, she's literally sitting on the internet complaining that skinny people can ride bikes and she can't, and how skinny people should feel bad for her. Like, I can't. There's such a level of ignorance and a lack of self-awareness with her that I think is beyond. And I can't believe that she has the balls, and no one around her is being like, dude, you look dumb as fuck on here doing this. Like, stop. Don't go on. Don't say that. Don't, just stop. Check your fucking privilege. Like, stop.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is like just me being raw and like, wow. Some of these things that I have shared or I'm going to be sharing is just hard for me to share.
Okay, so that was the end of video 1. She's giddy as fuck about how she's so excited about series 2 and da-da-da-da. Like, that's I can't believe she's excited about this video, which like really blows my mind. But anyway, let's get into video 2.
Number 1 for this video is everything is a constant reminder of my weight. I feel like I am thinking about my weight 24/7, no matter what I'm doing. If I'm going to the restaurant, oh my god, am I gonna break the chair? Am I gonna fit in the booths? I go to someone's house, am I gonna make their floor creak? Am I gonna break their furniture? So I'm at work right now and we have a Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. All right, Casey. What do you mean, what's wrong?
Do that to me? No, god dang.
Okay, I'll stop.
Oh, shit.
I go somewhere where it revolves a little bit of walking. Am I gonna pass out? Am I gonna die? I see my reflection in the freaking mirror and I'm just like, whoa.
Okay, well first I want to thank You Guys Slay's YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link to their channel below for the infamous video of, for the infamous video of Amberlynn breaking the couch at the nursing home and then not telling anyone about it. That was my favorite part. But she talks about these constant reminders of her mortality, but she, again, does not act on it. I want you guys to remember she made this video. These videos are old, even old for me reacting to them, I guess, but they're old in a sense on the timeline of her videos that are coming out. She just spent this past weekend at Pride. She went to Cheesecake Factory every day. So she made these videos knowing that she went to Cheesecake Factory knowing that she had made these videos talking about her morbid obesity struggles. And that to me is like the height of just ignorance and a lack of self-awareness, right? And it brings me back to when she went and got those blood tests done and everything came back normal. I think to me, like if it were me and I was at my highest weight and I went and got the blood work done and everything came back normal, I would feel upset because it would validate the fact that I had done this to myself and my weight was a cause of my own actions. Instead, she took it as a license to being, I'm healthy so I can continue on as I'm going on and continue to gain more weight. And so when she's talking about these things where she sees herself in the mirror and she sees, well, I don't know, she's breaking furniture or da-da-da, and this makes her feel like she's gonna die at any second, I don't really think that's what it's about. I think she's just reminded that she looks ugly and she doesn't like the fact that she doesn't like the way her body looks, which is a superficial thing. And I think that's as far as Amberlynn goes. I don't think she's a deep person. I think it's all very superficial. Like these videos are very superficial. So, I mean, it's fucking sad.
Anything. I get tired doing anything. Even just sometimes I catch myself, even I'm just sitting and I have to take like a really deep breath. Like I just got done walking. I'm like, girl, you didn't do anything. Like, you think.
I mean, honestly, if you are getting out of breath just sitting around, like that is fucking scary. That means that there's something incredibly wrong. It's not asthma. Amberlynn does not have asthma. If she had asthma, she'd have an inhaler, because having asthma without an inhaler, clinically diagnosed asthma, like real asthma, and you're walking around here without an inhaler, that's reckless and dangerous. But I honestly think she can't breathe because her heart just can't keep up anymore. Her lungs just can't keep up anymore. And they're slowly failing. And the only reason she is able to exist right now, is because she is young. She is 27 years old. If she was 40 years old, I think she'd be in a hospital on a breathing machine. Just what I think. And I know that that's dark, but that's the truth. Her heart is giving out. Her lungs are giving out. Her knees are giving out. Her feet are giving out. But she's not going to do anything about it.
Number 3 is backhanded compliments. This is something I struggle with. And the most common one that I get, and I know a lot of other people get that are my size, is, you have such a beautiful face. And I'm just like, oh, well, thanks. Why can't you just call me beautiful? Why does it have to be, you have such a beautiful face? This is something from, or like if you're like hanging out and you're like, God, I wish I wasn't fat, and people are like, you're still beautiful. It's like, bitch, I never said I wasn't. Like,
okay, so now Amberlynn is mad when people compliment her. I mean, you just can't fucking win, right? This whole fat shaming thing is so fucking stupid. It bothers me to no end. But saying you have a beautiful face is probably my dog's barking. Saying you have a beautiful face is nice. It's not, they're not trying to be a dick about it. They're just saying you have a beautiful face. Like, what is so awful about that? You know? And then it's not a backhanded compliment, because people are going to compliment you on your giant body. Like, and I wouldn't want people to compliment me on my flaws or whatever and try to make me feel good about them if they're, like, blatantly obvious. I don't want them to lie to me. And what is it, the saying, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all or whatever? I mean, at least these people are decent enough to do that. I know I'm not. So, you know, like, you have a beautiful face, congratulations. Just take what you can get, bitch. It's in this world, just take what you can get. And you're gonna be upset when you're like, oh, I want to lose weight, or I wish I wasn't fat, and they're like, oh, you're beautiful. That upsets you too. Like, there's just no fucking winning. So I think everyone should just go around calling you a fat ass and just keep it pushing.
I freaking hate. I can't wear jeans and I can't wear high heels. I want to be able to wear both, because I love high heels. Like, ooh, girl, you can dress up like any type of outfit. Like, oh God, I wish. Like, I can't wear anything with a heel. Not even like this, because that shit hurts.
Like, you could get your ass in some fucking jeans. And then also, we see the shoes you wear. We see the flats. They're struggling. They're barely on. Like, you could get into a pair of high heels. Like, you could get those fucking feet into a pair of you'd have to get extra wide high heels. There's no way you'd be able to get your heels in. And why are you worried about this? That's the thing that, like, is, like, the shit that she worries about and the shit that she's bothered by is so dumb and superficial. Like, I can't get clothes that I want. Or I can't wear heels. Like, bitch, you can't breathe. That's way more pressing than you not being able to wear high heels.
So number 5 is walking anywhere is hard for me. Getting up off my bed and walking to the bathroom, I'm like, you know, in the grocery store, that's like a biggin. That is so hard for me, and I don't expect anyone to understand. Like, my back is in excruciating pain, which I talked about that in part 1, you know, why I have back problems. And just amongst the pain, I can't breathe. So that's why I've been using, you know, the little Walmart scooters, and it's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Oh my God. And
So first of all, her using the Walmart scooters is fucking so dumb. And her to go on about, it's embarrassing. Bitch, you have thumbnails of you in the Walmart scooter. You literally had Becky take pictures of you looking over the shoulder in your Walmart scooter trying to just give so much face. Like, bitch, don't lie. You're not embarrassed by this. But I have a new idea for you. How about you can no longer buy anything at Walmart if you can't physically get your fat ass up and walk to it. If you can't walk to the grocery store and walk down the aisles and physically pick them and carry them around, you can't get it anymore. How about that?
So I like to do my own laundry, so I'm able to put it in the washer just fine. But Becky has to get it out of the washer for me. The question is why? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So since I am a shorter girl and I have really short arms, but my stomach is huge and the washing machine goes down very deep. I can't, one, reach my arm in and bend down and grab my laundry because my stomach is in the way. I know it's not just because I'm short, it's because literally my stomach is in the way. I can't even do my own laundry fully by myself like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Amberlynn doesn't have a magical washing machine that is somehow deeper than everyone else's washing machine. But I do find it kind of funny that her T-Rex arms can't get down there and get to them. But I also think it's ironic, right? Because everyone always talks about how their least favorite part of doing laundry is putting it away. So how ironic is it that Amberlynn puts the clothes in the washer and then Becky has to finish it for her, has to finish doing her laundry. And also, if you'll remember during the whole Casey thing, there's a story where Amberlynn talks about how she always had to do her own laundry and she didn't like other people doing her laundry, and there was like a physical altercation that happened one time while they were out doing laundry. Well, Casey pretty much refuted that and said that that never happened and Amberlynn never did her own laundry because I'm sure she was sitting in a corner under her blanket eating her tuna snacks or whatever she would fucking eat. So I think this pretty much just reinforces Casey's argument about how Amberlynn doesn't like to do her own laundry. I think that the honest to God, like, she enjoys putting the laundry in, but folding it, putting it up, hanging it up, all that stuff, she does not like doing. And I hate that Becky continues to indulge this like bitch, like this narcissistic cow. It's so annoying.
Number 7 is what I have experienced a lot. One size fits all is a complete lie. That's just not true. I know when, you know, companies are making these clothings, they're not thinking that a 500-pound woman is gonna go buy it. But I feel like saying one size fits all in the society we live in today, in the generation that we live in today, is a freaking lie. I mean, back in the day, of course, go for it. Write it on there, because there probably wasn't the epidemic of obesity as it is now. But one size fits all? No. How about one size fits many? I don't know. But it's just a lie, because I get super excited. I'm like, oh, one size fits all, because I'm part of the all category, aren't I? And then I try it on and whoops, I ripped it. The
one size fits all thing is so stupid to me. I don't even know why I like put this in the video, but for her to honestly think that she's gonna go up to a one size fits all bin and think that something's gonna fit her body, like, how delusional do you have to fucking be? And also, how privileged do you have to be to sit on here on YouTube to your 66,000 subscribers and complain that one size fits all doesn't fit you and how you feel left out? Like, I mean, come on. Like, you've done this to yourself. It's not like you were born without an arm, or you had your leg cut off because of some crazy infection or something, or you got mauled by a bear and you no longer have arms, or like, you know, like, you've done this to yourself. You going to Cheesecake Factory all the time has done this to yourself. So for you to then complain that, like, you no longer get to shop out of the one size fits all bins, bitch, bye. Bye-bye.
Number 9 is something you guys have seen firsthand, is I waddle when I walk. That is a struggle, and it's because of my weight and how it's proportioned, and I just walk so weird. And it's like, while I'm walking, I don't notice that I waddle when I walk, but like, if someone is filming me, that's like the only time I notice I waddle when I walk, and that's embarrassing, because that's how I walk 24/7. It's like so embarrassing, and I hate it so much, because it draws even more attention to myself in public. It's like, not only am I morbidly obese, but I'm literally walking like a penguin, and I'm like swaying back and forth. And I have actually mentally tried to fix this. I have tried to walk differently, and it doesn't work.
I mean, we've been noticing her waddling while she walks for years now. I don't know why. I guess now she's acknowledging the fact that she waddles when she walks, but the reason she waddles is because her lower extremities are just so fat that she's no longer able to flex and extend her knees properly to like make the proper motion. Her thighs are so big that her hips are probably flared out constantly. She can't walk like a normal person, right? She just doesn't seem that upset by it. Like, she talks about how embarrassing it is and da-da-da-da-da, but she shows herself doing it all the time. I mean, we got a 520-pound 27-year-old in holy tights with a camera and a mini backpack on a scooter in Walmart. Like, you're not embarrassed. I don't buy it when you say you're embarrassed by all this. I think that, like, you've become so, like, unaware of what's going on in your surroundings, really, and you're only bringing this up because it brings clicks and it brings views and it ties you to this fat shaming community that you're hoping to get bolstered and backed by, I'm sure, which I pray to God they don't come. Oh my God, if like Whitney Thor starts weighing in on this shit, I will lose my fucking mind. But fix your life, girl. Just fix your fucking life.
Is booths in restaurants. I don't fit in really any of them, and the only time I can ever fit in a booth is if we're on an end booth and I can push the booth back. See, that's embarrassing because it always makes a really loud like noise, and then like everyone in the restaurant is like, what's that noise? And then they look at you, and then it's like obvious what you're doing, and I can only imagine what their brains are thinking, like, this girl shouldn't be going out to eat, like she can't even fit in a booth. Like, I can only imagine. So that's embarrassing. So every time I go into a restaurant, I always say, you know, 2 for a table, 4.
So you can't fit in a booth. I'm shocked, right? There's plenty of, I mean, oh God, who fucking cares, to be real? I mean, I don't sit at bars because of my height, because bar stools are always like at that perfect length where like they're not long enough for me to rest my feet on the ground comfortably, and then the bar for the bar stool is never like short enough for me to like rest my feet on that, and then my knees are like jutting against the fucking the bar, and it's like annoying. But like, girl, I'm not gonna make a video about like how what an injustice I endure from like not being able to sit at a bar, right? Like, don't sit at the fucking booth. Like, it's not that big of a fucking deal. That's why we got tables. Like, I mean, you can't sit at a booth because you're fat. I mean, what about the people that are like in wheelchairs or whatever? They can't sit in a fucking booth. They have to sit at the end of the booth or whatever. Like, you did this to yourself. Like, this is your choice. So I'm not gonna feel bad for you because you can't fit in a fucking booth because you've eaten yourself out of being able to fit in booths.
So number 2 is movie theater seats. So I can't go to a movie theater unless the arms go up. And I don't take up 2 seats. I know that's like a big misconception, but I like to have 2 seats just in case. I like to be comfortable, and I put the arm up and I just kind of enjoy myself. So I feel like that's really embarrassing because if I go to a new movie theater, I literally Google like their seats, and if I can't find images on their website or anything, I will call. I have done this before and say, do your movie theater seats, do the arms go up?
Girl, you take up 2 seats. Why would you want 2 seats just in case? In case of what? You don't fit in one seat? Like what? In case someone else comes and you're gonna save their seat with your thigh? Like, I don't fucking understand. Like, what are you talking about? And also, what a miserable existence where you have to literally Google image search pictures of places you're gonna go to make sure you'll fit. Like, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. And you can't fit in a movie, so bitch, you ain't gonna go to Bora Bora anytime soon then. Anytime soon, you're not gonna be going to Bora Bora. If you sure as hell gonna get on a plane. Like, I mean, God, dude, that's fucking sad.
3, which you guys know this, is seatbelts don't really fit me. In newer cars, I noticed that they're actually making seatbelts bigger. So they do fit me then, but like in the car that I have now, the seatbelt doesn't fit me. In literally 90, probably 5% of cars, seatbelts don't fit me. Even when I've been on planes before, I've had to get seatbelt extenders. It's just, oh my God. I have a huge bruise on the side of my leg. Why, you may ask? Well, since the seatbelt doesn't fit me, the seatbelt buckle is always sticking up, and my thighs are so big and my hips are so big that every time I'm in the car, I'm actually sitting on the seatbelt buckle. It is rather painful, and I have an everlasting bruise that is on my leg, and that is because I do go in the car every single day.
I just remember in past videos how she would constantly talk about, oh, the seatbelt fits, or she was so happy when she got that car with Becky because she was like, didn't she even show us her like clicking the seatbelt and stuff? Like, I mean, get an extender. You should not be riding around here without a seatbelt on. The thing literally causing a bruise in your thigh is fucking so sad. I mean, go get a towel and wrap it around it or something. Or, I don't know, lose some fucking weight so you can wear your seatbelt. But I just wanted to bring this up, and this is gonna, actually did actual little bit of research about this because this has always intrigued me, right? A little bit, and this has been the relations of obesity and deadly car crashes. So this is what I found out, and if she watches my video, which I'm pretty sure she does because she's vain as fuck, this is what it says. Researchers found an association between being obese and having an increased risk of dying in the car crash, with the risk going up the more obese the person was. And it says, people with a BMI of 40 or above had an 80% higher risk of dying in a car accident. That is fucking crazy. That is so fucking crazy. So, and I'm assuming that these people may have been wearing car seats, have been wearing seat belts. So, if you got into a car accident in bumfuck Kentucky, where I'm sure ambulances, even if there is an ambulance and fire trucks ready to life jaws you out of that car, you will probably not make it if it's serious enough. And that's not even, I don't even think it has to be that serious for you to be in real jeopardy. And that's dark, and that's fucking scary. but something tells me that's not gonna change your eating habits.
Number 6 is if I am, you know, in the living room or I'm in my bedroom, I always have to have a blanket on me. It's come to the point where even when I go to Becky's family's house, I have a blanket on me. They have like, you know, regular living room blankets and they let me use that. And it's an insecurity thing. Blankets make me feel more secure. I feel like, you know, without one, I am showing all my goods, all my rolls, and it's like, I feel like people are judging me. But the minute I have a blanket on my body, I feel like a completely different person.
Apparently now, blankets are invisibility cloaks. I mean, it's, I don't know, I guess it's her safety blanket, her security, whatever she wants to call it. But like, if she honestly thinks that her wrapping a giant blanket around her body makes her look any less big, she's out of her fucking mind. It probably just looks like a giant mound or Jabba the Hutt blob on the couch. Like, I don't know. The only reason I think that she's putting this in the video is because it is a little bit controversial, and it's sad. It's fucking really pathetic.
Number 9 is a little bit deeper. It's disliking myself purely because of how I look. And I'm not one of those people who like to, you know, honk my horn or whatever, but I know I have a big heart. I'm very empathetic. I'm a good person. I give when I can, and I know these things. I'm very kind, warm-hearted, you know, da-da-da-da-da. Here I go, honking my horn. But it's like, sometimes I forget all those things because the only thing I can focus on is the fact that I am morbidly obese, and I will begin to hate myself just purely.
I find it interesting that she's pretty much acknowledging the fact that she purely hates herself just because of how she looks. It wouldn't be because of her horrid eating habits or her horrible life choices or the way that she treats people in her past or the way that she constantly makes others do for her. I mean, there's a list and a multitude and a plethora of things that I can go on about why she should not really like herself that much. And I think it's healthy to not like yourself to a certain extent and to want to be better. But hers is purely because of how she looks and the way her body looks because of what she's done to it. I don't know if I could maybe empathize more with that if she had said, I don't like what I've done to my body to make it look this way. I hate myself because of that. But she says she just purely hates the way that she looks in a mirror. So I don't know, it's just she just lacks a lot of resolve and a lot of like just basic needed self-awareness to like, I think, survive and sustain. And unfortunately YouTube has enabled her to like never have to grow the fuck up.
Number 10. This is the last struggle that I will be talking about. Can we believe it? So number 10 is, this is embarrassing for me. So we have a walk-in shower. The walk-in shower has, you know, okay. So there's 2 clear doors that are like this, and they'll close like that. Okay. So this little space, once I open the door and move it over, there's this little space that you walk into the shower. This makes me want to cry. I have gotten stuck before. It hurts to get in the shower because it's such a small space that I have to walk into. To the average person, it's probably, you know, perfectly fine. It is a pretty small space, but it's hard for me. It scrapes my stomach when I get in. I have to, you know, suck in as hard as possible, but sometimes that doesn't even work. I'm able to get in, but it just hurts really bad because I'm literally like scraping myself. And to me, that's one of the biggest struggles because, you know, showering every day, that's something I deal with every day. And it's something that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that there's gonna be one time where I break the door, where the glass literally just shatters because I'm too fat, or I'm afraid that I'm going to get like extremely stuck, or an ambulance is gonna have to come or something.
Last thing she talks about with a shit-eating grin on her face is how she's been stuck in her shower multiple times. Now, that's fucking really dark and really scary, and I would imagine that that probably makes her feel incredibly vulnerable and incredibly dependent on others, you know, like she's incredibly dependent on Becky. Like, God forbid no one was home and this happened to her. But the thing that gets me about this whole story and everything that happened is that she says that she was deathly afraid and it scared the living hell out of her, but it didn't scare her enough to change her life. It did not change her. You know, she continues to eat out all the time. She continues to increase in body mass, thus increasing her chances of shit like this happening more frequently. There will be a day where she will get on the toilet and not be able to get up. There will be a day where she will get in bed and never get up. That is a fact. That is a fucking fact. Because she hasn't tried, and she continues to not try. And I don't understand how she has any support at this point. I don't understand why she continues to have... People are just watching her die. They're slowly watching her die. She is the Eugenia Cooney of morbidly obese people at this point. And if that's how she wants to market herself as, then so be it. But when that heart attack comes, or that leg breaks, and it's, you know, goodbye, girl. You're gone. You're gone, girl. There's no more. These videos were just a cash grab. That's all that these videos were, is they were a pure way of garnering clicks and increasing the negativity on her channel. Because, in my opinion, these videos could have never been made. They don't empower people. They don't inspire people. There's nothing aspirational about this, because it would be different if she had talked about this in the sense of her changing her life and assuming some kind of responsibility and making the active changes needed to better her life and make sure these things never happen again and she never has to feel or endure any of these things again. So I think this video, series of videos, the new Shane Dawson, it just is going to reinforce the negativity that her channel is going to get, and if not increase it. And I think that she should have just not made these videos, just plain and simple. Just plain and simple, should just not have made these videos. Like I said in my other video, she should just not make it. Because she's not going to go about changing her life and doing anything needed to, or necessary, to become healthy. She's just not going to do it. Now, with that being said, this video has been long as fuck. Long as fuck, I'm sure. I haven't even edited it yet, and I know it's going to be long. So, I want to say thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe if you have not already, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought, think, future, past, present, whatever you want. Just let me know. I read most of the comments, even the bad ones. Don't really respond to the bad ones. But I enjoy every one of you and I love every one of you. We hit 6,000 this past weekend. I'm eternally grateful. Honestly, it blows my mind every time I open my email up on my phone in the morning and I see more subscribers. I'm like, damn, people are still subscribing. This is crazy. But until next time, toodles!